What I want to do in this video is explain some of the things that I've been studying and learning about myself within studying in the I process, destiny I process. What I'm starting to see is nothing that I haven't seen before, known to a certain extent, but in the past, when I looked at myself, when I really looked deep down at myself, I saw these things, but I wasn't aware, I didn't understand that these traits of mine were changeable. I accepted them as just the way things were and are. And so came to live with them as me and use them to my best advantage within my situation, within the world system. So what I've been doing recently is looking at some of my different personalities. Less recently, in the past, I guess you could say I started looking at personalities, that which I portray to the public. And we can call these personalities, I think this is a term coined by, I forget exactly who, but it's a destiny term. Digitized suits of personality, I think, not sure. Personality suits, so I'll call them personality suits. And so what I started a couple years back was to look at my personality suits, but I didn't even realize which ones I was looking at. I was just talking and writing, talking on the video and writing. And within that, what I was seeing was the personality suit that I put forth to the public, the image that I've chosen, that I want others to see of me. Now, I knew there were other images, but when I spoke on the camera, wrote, this was the image that I wanted to portray. But there are other images. For example, when I'm teaching, I have a personality suit. As soon as I walk through the front door, I turn it on. The smiles, the way I speak to people, it's becoming less and less, conscious effort. But it's a personality suit. Other personality suits, when I'm around people in social settings, eating, drinking. Another personality suit when I'm, for example, traveling. And there's the personality suit which I've been looking at most recently, and that's the part of me that has most of the time stayed in the background and just coached me, watched things, observed my world, and basically I could call this my, well, let's start with calling it my survival personality, the personality that is almost always on. It's not always there. I mean, in terms of when you're just really at home, comfortable, it might go way back there, but it never turns off. It's always in the background, and it's always that voice that's been in my head, usually a warning voice or a questioning voice, an attacking voice, another or something else, coaching me, guiding me. And recently through my writings, I realized that this personality and those back voices, we can call them back chat. This personality is really the personality that's designed to protect me totally as a mind consciousness system. Those personalities, together with this personality, that which I've uh, designed myself as, and accepted and allowed myself to be as, the sum total of all the personalities, including that personality, um, for now called the survival personality, which is the personality that has always trumped, meaning dominate the other personalities, except in times of, for example, for example, a good example when that personality might be shut down is after drinking alcohol. Another good example when that personality is shut down, you remember way back when, is chasing sex. That personality will just take a back seat. But again, it's part of the ego. I recognize that part of my ego as I've designed myself, and so I've been writing that out recently. And I've often, and it has its own distinctive character to it. It can be really nasty personality, mean, and I've also seen it as quite useful personality in situations in which survival was the primary directive. And then this personality kicks in, and I realized, wow, this personality is really cool. I mean, it's extremely, well, militaristic. That's what you can call it. That's what it's called. Militaristic back chat. I call it my militaristic personality, MP, because when there's danger, it kicks in. Unfortunately, when it's surprised, it kicks in with, when it's surprised, it kicks in and it doesn't distinguish between levels of danger. It just kicks in instantly to maximum danger. That's when it's surprised. When it has warning, when I have warning, it is I have warning. It's quite methodological. Anyway, it's quite cunning. Let's say that. Showing no mercy, or showing mercy, depending on the level of risk. Again, depending on that which it perceives as an attack to me, or a danger situation to me. So I've realized that this personality actually has been in the forefront for quite some time now with regards to my writing, vlogging on the internet. And why that is because I've been exposing myself. So this personality has jumped down and said, "Oh, you're exposing yourself. You're putting yourself in danger. This is exactly what you're going to do." I guess you can say I'm talking from it right now to an extent. But writing from it, definitely. I see now in my writing, the way I've written has been specifically written to minimize risk to me, minimize opposition, even to the point where I'll say something using metaphors that can be interpreted in different ways. And yeah, that personality has been out there, and I didn't even realize it. I kind of wondered why I was writing this way. But until recently, until Bernard pointed out this aspect of I think he called it a militarized backchat, I think, I'm not sure. Um, um, I never looked at it I didn't really, I started to look at it more, but now I'm really starting to look at it. And I see that this is so ingrained as part of me, that as I have accepted and allowed myself to be defined by uh, this personality, safeguarding all the other personalities as a totality of me, as the mind consciousness system. And I thought about, okay, what do I do? What do I do now? Where do I go from here? I'd like to get rid of this personality. In a sense, I've never liked this personality, but I've always kept it around because I saw it as useful in times of emergency. I saw this personality as the personality that saved me, my life, on several occasions. So, what to do now? My short-term solution is to realize that I'm not just going to click my fingers and get rid of all personality. It's who I am. If I did that, I'd be dead. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not. But I don't see myself instantaneously just stopping this personality, deleting that which I've created as me. But I have another idea. And personality, I actually just asked the personality because I can bring up any one of these personalities at any time. I can switch into them. And I asked myself that personality, as me. And basically my response was, you're not going to get rid of me. You need me. All right, so what else can I do? Personality comes back with an answer. It says you can redirect me. I can redirect me, which in a sense is to reprogram me. Redirect me. Redirect the prime directive of me to that of oneness and equality. Instead of, well, no, not necessarily instead of survival, but also within that, I redefine survival. Okay, so whereas before this primary, perhaps predominant personality within me, the MP personality, militarized personality within me has been designed to protect me. Well, now I just change the prime directive of this personality, realign it with oneness and equality, redefine survival to that of oneness and equality. So in essence, it's not getting rid of me. It's realigning my prime directive as a system, as oneness and equality. And what does that mean? That means standing equal and one to all that is here. That means directing myself within and as that which is best for all. And not even the militarized personality can argue with that, because that which is best for all is best for me. It's just common sense. I mean, if you can argue against equality, you're more fucked up than I am. There you go. All right, so that's what I'm doing now. I recognized these, at least some of the different. I recognized at least some of the different personalities that I'm dealing with, and they're not pretty personalities at all. I've written about this on various different places. So I want to change me. This is something I'm directing myself to do. No outside influence on me. Although things do influence me, very, very little. I go with logic, common sense. And so I've decided to realign myself, that which I've come to see myself as. Realign that. Realign the program within and as oneness and equality. Direct myself, move myself towards what is best for all. And that's really just a simple equation of 1 plus 1 equals 2, which is another way of saying that both sides of the equation must be balanced, I guess. All parts of the equation need to be balanced, I think. Now, anyway, I'm not here to talk about that right now. But so that's what I've realized, and I'm on my way towards understanding. I am, that which is me. I'm the mind consciousness system is one with me, as the physical, as life. I don't know if the mind conscious system is life, but it's ingrained in me as this. So within understanding that which I've accepted and allowed, that which I believe myself to be, and realizing that I'm not just going to click my fingers and abracadabra, you are no longer a system. Then realizing that, I'm taking steps toward understanding me completely, standing one and equal to the system so that it no longer directs me. That voice in the back of my head warning me against this person, warning me against that person, telling me, don't do this, you'll compromise yourself. Well, I'm changing that voices, I'm changing all that is of me as the mind, redirecting, restating the prime directive to that of oneness and equality, what is best for all. Oneness, I'm starting to get, but it's kind of, I'm getting it on a mathematical way I'm looking at it. For the mind to understand these things, I use mathematics, and I try to keep it simple. Equality, that's really, I've gotten that. That's something I'm all for. And what is equality? That's what's best. That's what is best. That which is best for all. So there it is. My first attempt at vlogging, seeing through vlogging how I see this process that I am in, and how I decided to direct myself. I'm not sure it's the best solution or the only solution, but I think it's a move in the right direction. Yes. All right. Let's leave it there. Oh, in this video, I didn't look at myself when I was videoing, so see if it's any different.